Before we start anything else or everything, guiding and all, I would like to explain first yung instructions for our game. Game agad. Hindi pa nag-i-start yung show, game na agad yung sinasabi ni host Almira. Guys, because all throughout the show, the game will run. Paano kaya yon? Ano yun, buong show, naglalaro lang tayo? Nope, that is not the case, guys. In fact, this will just a side game. For the entire duration, guys, the tour guiding, the things that you will see in our show, there will be random letters, random hits that will pop out of nowhere in your screen without any heads up from us. So you will need to focus. That's why we are calling this game Focus Game. For the entire duration of the show, you will need to focus or just give your attention to us. As we run the show and run the game, there will be random letters. These letters will be either be used in a word, in a sentence, or phrases that will be used later on in the end of our show. So don't leave us and stay with us until the game. Malay nyo sa dulo, kayo pala manalo. Malay nyo din yung last letter or last word na kailangan nyo nasa dulo pa. That is why I'm explaining it to you. Kasi malay nyo guys, sa likod ko meron ng hint. Just for heads up. Pero mamaya wala na tayong heads up na ibibigay. So, I hope guys you enjoy and join us in our game. So, without further ado, let's start our show. Hello! Good day everyone! This is Almira Sitina, your host for today's episode. In today's episode of WECS, What the Eyes Cannot See, we will bring you to another destination. Tingin nyo guys, saan namin kayo dadalhin or saan nyo gusto pumunta? Comment down below. Ang unang makakakuha ng tamang sagot, of course, ay makakatanggap ng tumatagigting na piso. Parang may mga na-disappoint na narinig ang piso. Guys, don't be. Kung walang piso, there is no 20, 50, 100, thousands, o millions. Guys, huwag na choosy. Gipit tayong lahat dito. Piso na. Pwede na yon. Just comment your Gcash. Sa tingin nyo guys, saan tayo pupunta? Sobrang excited na ako, hindi na ako magpapatumpik-tumpik pa. Pupunta tayo sa Mindanao. Of course, virtually guys. Alam natin na may pandemic and we cannot go around the world or the country nang hindi tayo nagiging safe. So, dahil may mga strict parents din tayo, kahit vaccinated na tayo, may mga times talaga na hindi pa tayo pwede lumabas. So, with that, we will bring you the Mindanao virtually. Okay, of course, together with our three guides, Karil, Alex, and Kyle. Together with them, we will bring you the Mindanao. So just sit back and relax and watch us as we bring you the beauty of Mindanao. question for you guys. When you hear the word Mindanao, what comes to your mind? What first word comes to your mind? Let us know in the comment box. Ano ba yung naririnig nyo or mga alam nyo about sa Mindanao na tingin nyo connected sa ating show for today? Of course, connected talaga because we are about Mindanao for today's episode. Just comment. We just want to know your perception about the Mindanao. Thank you for all the people that are commenting and participating. So with that, we want to show you a video, animation video prepared by the team. Let us all watch this.
Alright, yes, here we go. Okay, don't be nervous. Okay, there's people. Alright, not for me, I guess, okay. It's okay. Can I wait for the next one? Yes, come here. Oh, not for me again. No, it's fine. It's fine. Why is there no one coming? Okay, I guess they don't like me. Guess people don't like me. It's fine. Better luck next time.
This video, the team and I would like to show you guys that Mindanao is sometimes being left out. Why? Because of travelers or tourists' perception about the place. You can see a lot of YouTube videos or online articles that will show you that is Mindanao a dangerous place to travel? It scares the tourists. It scares the travelers. But we are here to break that. Mindanao is such a good tourism spot. It is such a gem that we cannot miss. That's why the team and I wanted to show the beauty of Mindanao. Kasi nga maraming history. We cannot deny the fact that there is a bad history na nangyari sa Mindanao. And we cannot control that. But what we control is to show people na there is a good side and there is a beauty inside of Mindanao. So without further ado, let's start our show and we will show you the beauty of Mindanao.
Good day to my lovely tourists, from ladies to gentlemen. My name is Alexandra, the one of the most reliable tour guide of Vixen Agency. So before we start off with the tour, I'm first going to discuss the safety protocols for the new normal being followed by the do's and don'ts during the trip. So please do listen carefully. By the way, if there's something needed for clarification or at least have a question, kindly raise your hand so that I'll be able to accommodate your concern. Okay, so as you all know, this is only an exclusive trip. Since we're living and coping with the new normal, it is still a must to first keep your distance from each other at least 2 meters or 1 feet apart, as we're following the general guidance of the safety protocols implemented by the LGUs. Second, face mask can only be removed when we are in the open area or for photo ops. Third is that we have kits prepared for you that includes spraying alcohol, extra face mask, a tissue roll, and a plastic bag which can be used for emergency or sanitation. Then, with the do's and don'ts, I only have 5 rules. First, I ask that you remain seated until we reach our destination, and eating or drinking while on the bus is prohibited. Second is to be aware of your surroundings, especially your belongingness. Our agency won't be held accountable whether it's misplaced or lost. The third one is to be respectful, not only to me but also to the people you'll be going to communicate with especially to the natives. before, please keep your lines open so I will always be able to contact you when we all start to explore around our destination. But please keep in mind that you are not able to go somewhere or do something that is not included in our itinerary unless permitted by me. This will be strictly observed because it is for your own safety. As we all say, prevention is always better than cure. And fifth, the last but not the least, if you heard my whistle, that means you should gather. If you saw me raising my hand like this, means you should fall in line because we will then be leaving the premises. You will also be given the time to buy pasalubong and souvenirs before going home. So, I'm done discussing to you the things you needed to know. Again, hello, good day everyone. My name is Alexandra and on behalf of Vixen Agency, it is my pleasure to be of service to you. I'd like to welcome you all to Tawi-Tawi. By the way, I would like you to meet our Coach Captain Mr. Julian. He is an experienced driver who will undoubtedly make this journey safe and secure. And if you have any queries or want to clarify anything, please do not hesitate to bring them to my notice. So right now, I'd like to take a minute to familiarize you with the area. Again, welcome to Tawi-Tawi. The history of Tawi-Tawi is both colorful and intriguing. Tawi-Tawi is the southernmost province in the Philippines, breathtakingly beautiful islands and atolls in the autonomous region of Muslim Mindanao. It is also the headquarters of the Philippines' most violent militant group, Abu Sayyaf, which recently aligned itself with so-called ISIS. Tawi-Tawi was previously part of the province of Sulu. On September 11, 1973, did you know that during most of the Spanish period in the Philippines, Tawi-Tawi remained free of Western intervention? In 1882, the Spaniards made their first attempt to control the island's group by establishing a garrison on the island. They withdrew from the island at the close of the century as a result of the Philippines Revolution. The Americans established control over the island and incorporated Tawi-Tawi into the province of Sulu in 1914. Parts of the Tawi-Tawi Island were purchased from Spain as a consequence of omission in the Treaty of Paris. Cebu and Cagayan de Tawi-Tawi were bought for an additional $100,000. In 1948, when the Turtle Islands were returned to the Philippines by Great Britain, they were constituted as part of the island group. The island remained part of Sulu until 1973 when the province of Tawi-Tawi was created through Presidential Decree number 302. So, welcome to Tawi-Tawi. Despite its fearsome image, Tawi-Tawi appears and feels like an spoiled tropical paradise. The tourism potential here is enormous. So, let me guide you in our first destination. Now, we are here in our first destination. Welcome to the famous mosque here in Tawi-Tawi called the Sheikh Karim Ul Maktoum Mosque. It is located at Tubig Indangan, Simunul, Tawi-Tawi. It is said to be the oldest existing mosque in the Philippines and built by an Arab trader, Sheikh Karim Maktoum, in 1380. Sheikh Maktoum introduced Islam to the Philippines and also supervised the construction of his mosque. His remains are buried in the mosque premises. According to Haji Omar, Sheikh Maktoum is one among the 7 brothers who come to Simunul Island in Tawi-Tawi via Lumpang Basi or a vessel resembling a dam or basin. Among the 7 brothers, Sheikh Maktoum was the first one to come to the Philippines. He met the Tawi-Tawi natives, preached Islam, and established their religion. Haji added that Sheikh Maktoum's coming to the Philippines is different from Magellan because Sheikh came to the Philippines without any armor. He came bringing the faith of Allah. He civilized the natives from paganism and brought light, tranquility, and morality. Sheikh Maktoum built this national landmark 200 years before Magellan set foot in that country. The Republic Act No. 10573 had declared this mosque as the National Historical Landmark. Now, I want to welcome all of you to our second destination. As you can see, Mindanao. This is a major gateway to the other islands of the province as well as going to Zamboanga or Malaysia. Big and small wooden boats used as passenger and cargo vessels are docked here. Did you know the Plaka said that this place is called Chinese Pier because long time ago, Chinese merchants and other merchants like Philippines, Arab, Malays rather, used this port as their main gateway to trade their goods. Also, during the early years, Chinese merchants built their boats in this area. So now, let's go to our third destination. You must have already prepared yourself physically and mentally because here's the most wanted destination here in Tawi-Tawi. Let me welcome you all to Sangay Siapong Island. Sangay Siapong Island with clear water where you can enjoy swimming and day trip picnics. The beach shoreline is lined with white sand, lots of tiny pebbles, corals, and starfish. There's also a picturesque wooden pier on one side of the island. The place used to have a resort, but the main structure has been abandoned. There are a few caretakers and families living on the small island, but visitors need to bring their own food and snack if they plan to picnic here. Sangay Siapong Island is one of the best places for swimming here in Tawi-Tawi. Now let's go to our fourth, last but not the least destination, Bungao. Bungao Peak is the highest mountain in the entire province of Tawi-Tawi. It is located in the capital town of Bungao. It is considered to be a sacred site by the locals. Hiking to the peak of Bungao is a must-do activity when visiting Bungao. That's because the panoramic view from the peak is awesome. Some of the tourists here said that you haven't visited Tawi-Tawi if you don't climb its iconic peak, Bungao. But in Tausug term, which means mountain, is a sacred place for the people of Tawi-Tawi. This is the place where they can offer prayers, meditate, and ask blessing to Allah. At present, Bungao is a favorite place to gather and enjoy the scenery, have a picnic, watch the sunrise or sunset, and have yourself pictured on its summit. Bungao is an hour trek on average, but is still determined at an individual pace. It is open from 6 a.m. to 4:30, so to avoid the crowd, it is best to climb it during weekdays. Make it as early as 6 a.m. for you to watch the sunrise along the trail. Finally, we've already experienced the life in Tawi-Tawi, even in just a short time. I hope all of you are enjoyed our tour today. Tawi-Tawi is really an exceptional place to travel with that offer. Don't limit yourself to traveling here at once. You can always come here again and again. Remembering Tawi-Tawi through your pictures is fun, but always remember this memorable place, because do not afraid to come to this place because Tawi-Tawi is one of the unique places in the Mindanao. Here's my advice to you. Never limit yourself with traveling to new places. This may be one of the best tourist destinations here in Mindanao you've been to, but life is a journey. Just like St. Augustine said, the world is a book and those who do not travel read only one page.
Thank you so much, Alex, for a wonderful tour. Let's give Alex a virtual round of applause. Thank you so much, Alex. For that, nakita natin na merong mga gem to find in Tawi-Tawi. So guys, can I ask you, ano yung gusto nyo or which one sa mga present ni Alex yung pinaka nagustuhan nyo? Can you comment down? Personally, prefer ko ang mosque. Yes, I would like to visit the mosque if ever I have a chance. So I hope guys you like the first tourist spot we have given you. Ayan, kitang-kita naman na first guide pa lang, meron na mga promising places ang Mindanao. What's more sa pangalawa at pangatlo nating places? So, without further ado, may we call on Karil. Karil will bring us to Lanao del Sur. Karil, the floor is yours.
Good afternoon, my dear tourists. I'm Karil, your tour guide for today for Lanao del Sur. First is let me familiarize you for our first trip for today. Welcome to Lanao del Sur. Did you know, guys, that Lanao del Sur has a long, colorful history to share? First is that the Darangen at peak is famous for all among Maranaos. It relates about their events and people and it defines the towns during pre-colonial period. Lanao is the home of Maranao Sultanate, modernly known as the Four Principalities or PAC, a pagampong sa Ranao, namely in Morecho. Welcome to Lanao del Sur. The word Lanao is originated from the word Ranao. It means lake. The province of Lanao encompasses the basin of Lake Lanao, where the Maranaos reside and are referred to as people of the lake. It is the capital. Dansalan has become a municipality of 1970 and the city of 1940. Thus, in 1950, the name of the town was changed into Marawi and it became the word of Ravi. Now, we are here on our first destination. Welcome to the famous festival of Lanao del Sur. It is called Cariyala. The Cariyala festival was the highlight of the famous celebration which is started on February 8th. Cariyala gathered the people of Wow and from different tribes for a colorful Thanksgiving and celebration of peace, prosperity, and bountiful harvest. The highly anticipated Cariyala Street Dancing Competition. The highly anticipated Cariyala Street Dancing Competition this year was participated by 6 groups coming from different elementary and secondary schools in Wow. The contingents showcase a colorful culture of the people of Wow in tribes. They each represent which includes the Maranao, Ilonggo, Cebuano, Kapampangan, Waray, and Manobo. Now, we are here on our second destination, which is the Mount Ragang, or also known as Mount Pia Payungan. Mount Ragang, also known as Mount Pia Payungan, is one of the least explored Lanao del Sur tourist spots. Now, we are here on our third destination, which is called the Lake Lanao. Lake Lanao is a large lake in the Philippines, located in Lanao del Sur province in the country's southern island of Mindanao. With a surface area of 340 km squared, it is the largest lake in Mindanao and the second largest lake in the Philippines and counted as one of the 15 ancient lakes in the world. I want to welcome you to our last but not the least stop. It is called the historical place here in Mindanao. If you want to learn more about Mindanao's history and culture, Aga Khan Museum should be on the top of your list. It was developed by Dr. Mamitwa Saber and was named after Prince Karim Aga Khan IV. By visiting the museum, you'll get to see the traditional Mindanao musical instruments. It's the replicas of the Mindanao's royal house called Torogan and pretty miniatures of mosaics. You'll also see displays that are dedicated to the Morecho. I hope you had fun with the tour today and I hope you have gained knowledge from the trivias we've talked about and the things you've reflected upon exploring the province of Lanao del Sur. Thank you, my dear tourists. I hope you enjoy our tour here in Lanao del Sur. I hope that this experience will be memorable to all of you. I'm looking forward to your next visit here in Lanao. Once again, I'm Karil, your tour guide for today.
Thank you so much for that, Karil. Ayan, another evidence that Mindanao is such a gem for our tourism field, tourism people. Ayan. Which one do you like the most, guys? Comment naman kayo for some survey. For me personally, I like lakes. I like more on water. I'm a water person. So with that, let us not skip any second. Huwag na tayo magsayang ng segundo dito. Let's go on to our last but not the least tour guide. Kyle, the floor is yours and bring us to Mindanao.
Hello everyone, my name is Morecho, your tour guide for today. On behalf of TM Tours, I would like to welcome you all to Mindanao, or what we usually know as the seat of Muslim Mindanao. The bus ride from here to Mindanao will take about 15 minutes. Right now, I would like to take a minute to familiarize you with the area. And please don't forget Miss Alexandra's safety precautions. We ask that you remain seated until we reach our destination and that you do not eat or drink while on the bus. Please realize that it is against the law to get drunk in public. Enjoy your travel but do drink responsibly. And do not drink and drive. Whenever we are hearing the word Mindanao, I'm sure that majority of us will think that this place is dangerous and not recommended to travel because of Mindanao massacre story, where mass graves of victims were found in the town of Ampatuan in Mindanao province on the island of Mindanao. But don't worry, the people here are traditionally a peace-loving. We just need to look deeply and take time to understand the place and we will see the beauty behind the Mindanao, our country's land of promise, because of its promising natural resources. And now we are here in one of the most famous tourist spots in Mindanao, the Mount Minandar. It is one of the hiking tourist attraction here. It's an ideal spot for newbie because of the easy trails. From its top, one can glimpse a plains, mountains, seascapes of Mindanao, and it also offers a breathtaking view of the sunrise and the sunset. Interesting trivia about this mountain is Minandar is a local term which means start of rumbling sounds. According to the locals, Mount Minandar was named after people from the sea heard rumbling sounds coming from the top mountain. The hike experience from Mount Minandar is indeed tiring, so refresh my lovely tourists. I'm happy to bring you to one of the tourist spots here when it comes to the beauty of water resources. While about water, here in our next destination is the most famous lagoon here in Mindanao, which is called Blue Lagoon. It is one of the best Mindanao tourist spots located in an idyllic setting of rustic views. It's almost like a lake surrounded with lush forests. The good thing about it? It's just a walking distance from the national highway. Experience swimming on its pristine and rejuvenating waters as you relish the forest beauty. The water comes from a spring connected to the Tamantaka River. Hopping to different tourist spots here is fun and exciting, but your travel is incomplete without witnessing the highlights of this tour. What you are seeing with your eyes, the colorful orange boats floating on river, is the extraordinary display of Muslim religion and culture here in Mindanao. They call this Sharif Kabunsuan Festival. It is a colorful feast commemorating and celebrating the arrival of Sharif Kabunsuan via Rio Grande de Mindanao more than 500 years ago. For centuries, Islam has brought peace and harmony to the people of the Mindanao tribe, a tribe with a turbulent past, a vibrant present, and uncertain future. Maintaining the unique Mindanao culture while operating in the modern Mindanao way of life will be a huge challenge and a great opportunity to show the world the real and peaceful face of the Mindanao tribe. It is a 4-day festival that highlights Islamic Heritage Cups, a productive year for Cotabato City. Islamic Heritage Cotabato City celebrates the Sharif Kabunsuan Festival in commemoration of the arrival of the Arab missionary who introduced Islam in Mindanao. This tour might be tiring, but I know that you all know that it is worth it to gain new experiences and to discover new places, but this tour cannot be ended without the introduction of Mindanao's delicacies. It is best to go home with this. It's as souvenirs. We have here betengan. It is a dough of finely grilled black and white pulot, a kind of grain similar to rice, called pulot with cubed muscovado sugar inside, simmered and coated with shredded coconut meat. The melted muscovado is the source of the sweet taste that blends with the dough and shredded coconut meat ingredients. What you are seeing is bulibid, the most popular delicacy and snack food in Maguindanao. The name bulibid comes from the Maguindanaoan language, means in closest English translation is twisted because of its appearance and how it is molded. Bulibid is made from pounded glutinous rice mash with water then being twisted. It is then friend with brown sugar. Dadadar thicken the crepe but not as fluffy as pancakes and usually mixed with food coloring. This snack is filled with sweetened grated coconut as a filling. Some use food flavoring coloring for the crepe for presentation purposes. Dinangay. This is a squash saba banana put on a leaf and cooked in a low fire. This is preferred more to be cooked in dirty kitchen with firewood first. It produces a very unordinary effect in the mouth. It looks like a flat squash pancake. Kumukunsi, a traditional Filipino deep-fried donut originating from the Maguindanao people. It is made from rice, flour, eggs, and sugar. It is deep-fried until it turns light brown. It is traditionally fried into spiral shapes. It has a creamy flavor similar to pancakes. Okay, take a deep breath, my dear tourists. Thank you for visiting Maguindanao. I'm glad we make it till the end of the tour. The tour may be short and tiring, but I hope you all have fun. Remember that you've just checked a place from your bucket list. Maguindanao may be known for its bad history, but you people who still chooses to travel here is what will make Maguindanao beautiful and attraction again. I am looking forward to seeing you here again. Again, I am Morecho from TM Tours, your tour guide for today.
Thank you so much, Kyle, for a wonderful tour you have given us. Let's give her a round of applause. Virtually. Ayan, thank you again, Kyle. As you can see, guys, marami talaga makikita sa Mindanao, sa Maguindanao, sa Lanao del Sur, or Tawi-Tawi. Mindanao is such a gem. We cannot miss these tourism people. So, let us visit Mindanao. Personally, prefer ko talaga yung water. As ulit, sinasabi ko ulit. Talagang bibisitahin ko yung mga part na talagang island, beaches, which is talagang known sila doon, yung Mindanao. So, speaking of sa mga places na sinabi ni Kyle, nagsabi din siya ng mga food delicacies. These food delicacies, of course, sa lahat ng places, meron mga different cultures. Ayan, food delicacies. With that, tatawagin natin si Sheena. Si Sheena ay bibigyan niya tayo ng show-off ng kanyang cooking skills. Sheena! nakakagutom. Kailangan na natin kumain, guys. And with that, I am sad to tell you guys that we are down to the last part of our show, which is the game. Yung game natin na in-explain natin kanina. So, I hope, guys, nakuha nyo yung mga random letters at hints na binigay namin sa all throughout the video. So, update, guys. Meron ba mga nakakaalam? Don't put your answer yet. I'm just asking kung may mga nakasubaybay ba sa ating mga letters? I hope meron dahil meron tayong prize, of course. So with that, hindi tayo magpapatumpik-tumpik pa. A-announce natin kung sino magiging winner. Of course, kailangan nyo i-comment yon. I-comment nyo yung phrase or yung sentence na nabuo nyo gamit ang mga random letters na binigay namin all throughout the video. Okay, I will count down into 5. Then, after the 5 seconds, comment down your answer. The first person na makaka-comment ng tamang sagot, of course, will win the game. Don't worry, guys. We will have, syempre may mga participation prizes din tayo. So, I will count now. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Comment your answers. Alright, thank you guys. Now we have the winner. So the right answer is... Ayan, thank you so much guys for joining our game. I hope you enjoy our show. And we will be back in our virtual galaan dahil may mga strict parent and meron pa tayong pandemic and tight budget. Thank you so much for staying with us until the end!